This time on Roadkill, the very first car that we ever built together is back, and we love it more than ever.
That's right, and this is our most lofty goal ever for a road trip.
Raunchero lives! Woo! This is the first episode of season 12 of Roadkill, and this one is taking us all the way back.
I feel really old now.
I know, it's bad.
You paid how much for this?
$1,300. This is exactly what we need, because if we wreck it, it doesn't matter, right?
You look skinnier, I look way fatter from way back then, so you're in good shape.
I look like my dad now, though. It's all gray.
All gray, it's true.
Actually, it's white.
So is this thing, because it's been sitting outside for so long. We built this 1968 Ford Raunchero right here on the very first episode we ever shot. This is the car that started it all. We built it because we wanted to go to Alaska in it, and in our first episode, that was such a failure that we decided not to air that first episode that we shot. We aired something else, and this was the second episode. The history from there goes to 2 episodes where we actually drove this thing all the way on the Alcan Highway, clear to Alaska. After that, it was in a Subaru-sponsored episode where we blasted the thing around like a horse rink at a fairgrounds. And then it was in episodes 25 and 50 of the show. So that's 6 episodes overall, but it's been sitting about 7 years. This is the last of our cars that just sat outside and rotted. You remember we had the 363 in it when we went to Alaska, and now it's got a 302 in it. Last thing I have to point out about this car is the paint scheme. At the time we did the very first Roadkill, I was the editor of Hot Rod Magazine, Mike was on staff, and I built this to replicate the car that Hot Rod Magazine used to win class at the very first Mexican 1000, which became the Baja 1000. That's why it's all lettered up like this. In this episode, I think we gotta fix the steering. We have to make it run again. And you know where I'd like to go?
Where?
There's no guarantee this is gonna happen. I think we're never leaving the shop. But if we actually get out of here, say Wednesday-ish,
okay,
I want to cannonball to Arizona and go to the stakeout. We were in the junkyard pulling out that 64 Galaxy that we ended up hating and getting rid of, but there was a bumper sticker on a car that said the stakeout. And we're like, we gotta go there. But then we failed. And so now we have another Ford. I think we have to actually do it.
We haven't driven this in like 8 years. Now you want to go again. I love this
blocks.
plan. I love this
10
plan.
blocks. All right, we're gonna try and make it run. Ooh, scongy.
That was a brand new engine.
It was. It's a 302.
Wow.
Huh.
Wow, there's spider webs in the carburetor. Quick release battery, too.
This thing's been sitting long enough. This could be bad. That's varnish.
It's fine.
That's a good sign.
To put the fresh stuff on top. Okay.
What if this just fires up?
Yeah, I was like, why wouldn't it, right?
I'd rather hit the road than wrench on it, honestly.
Fuel, air, spark, and adventure. I really like this car. Maybe it's the nostalgia, but I don't know why we ignored it for 8 years.
The power steering's not hooked up. Water pump is. I put water in it. It's got a battery. All right, we're gonna crank it and see what happens. I'm gonna go all out and like carb clean it.
That's how you know it's day 1 of the episode.
Good as new.
Do we have to bleed it?
The rear one's completely dry, but that doesn't mean we have to bleed it. That means we have to add.
Just put extra in the front.
Right.
Fine.
I'm sure that just leaked out over time. Gasolina.
Remember when we couldn't make fire?
It was so cold.
Yeah.
We soaked paper in gasoline and couldn't set it on fire. It was
Inside
that cold.
of the car.
Yeah, that's right.
We were in the car trying to light it.
Oh my God.
Give me a splash. There's a hole in the funnel. Great. I'm putting this in the carburetor.
You got it, run.
Okay. There we go. That wasn't very much. It all leaked out on my hand. Whoa, I'm sitting in it. It's in park. Here comes cranking. Dead, nothing.
Let's see if there's a fuse or something, because the wire going to the relay to trigger it is doing nothing. So I was using the digital multimeter to probe the wires, and a little known feature of the digital multimeter is if you just take the wire off and jump it from here to there, you could start the car.
Whoa!
See? Look at that.
It runs.
Hold on, we got a faulty fuel line dripping everywhere now.
Okay.
So it picked up gas, and now this fuel line is junk. Here we go. Woo, it's alive.
Wow.
That sounds all right. Wow, that's pouring gas.
Is it?
It's bad. All junk, but we can fix that pretty easily.
Man, it runs good.
It sounded great.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, let's fix that. There's the dead one. I'm gonna throw this away.
Thank you, HRG, for your hose. I appreciate it.
Junk.
Okay,
Ready to start again?
I believe is fixed.
Go.
Hey, that's fixed.
Fixed. We're good.
That runs quite good, like for us. You at home, no, you wouldn't be happy with that, but us, yeah, it's fine.
We made it run surprisingly easily. The crank switch doesn't work on the dash. The ignition switch does. We're gonna put it up on the rack, check for fuel leaks on old rubber fuel lines that are soaked with ethanol gas, and check for brake leaks.
I remember installing new air shocks. They don't look new anymore.
No, we should try them. I don't see leaks out of the drums. Oh, the fuel line's hard line all the way up. We might want to replace this little piece of rubber right here. It's kind of cracked.
We could pull the back wheels off and pull the drums and see if the wheel cylinders are junk.
This one fuel hose is a little dry. I'm just gonna pull it off because what would the episode be if I didn't have gas in my armpit? Ah! Oh, it's going for the armpit. It is. Ah! Ah! It's 3/8, not 5/16. That's armpit. Ah!
OSHA is so excited about this.
Full armpit. Top fuel armpit.
I don't know why that makes me so happy. Let me get you some hose. I'll be over here.
Here, pull this off.
I don't want to.
I'm plugging it.
Oh, okay. Pull it off. Got it.
Okay. Ah!
If you ever want to go EFI on this thing, you've got the hose for it now.
So dumb. Ah.
See, we both have our roles on this show. David drinks the gasoline with his armpits. I change the sway bar bushing.
Okay, we're gonna try and see if these brakes are leaking anywhere. Boom. And that wheel cylinder's not leaking. All right, we're done here. Let me just go ahead and put that back on. How about the other side? These brakes are new and not leaking. At this point, we kind of fiddled around underneath the car and we're procrastinating on trying to fix the brake problem. That's good. You want me to start it and check the brake pedal?
Yeah, why not? Here we go. Dude, sounds good.
It goes straight to the floor and stays there.
So, bleed it?
Can attempt that, I guess. You're it. I'll work the pedal.
Okay, that seems fair.
Hydraulics.
You're doing great.
Up,
Okay, try it again.
down.
Yeah, we got nothing happening back here.
Yep, it's either the master or the whole system's plugged.
It's not moving any fluid. All right, Fabriker, go ahead and hit it.
Down.
Okay, whoa, hold on. We got brake fluid. Now I'm gonna pull the rubber line off and see if there's something going on in here.
I'm sure the rubber's clogged.
Maybe I can unclog it.
Empty?
No. The rear is what's lower here.
The smaller reservoir.
Yeah, but it didn't It didn't take much. Like, I was surprised.
Pumping. Down.
All right, starting to get fluid now. Coming down.
You want to leave it there so you can do the tires?
Yep.
I can get down. All right, we've bled the brakes, fiddled with some junk, replaced some hoses, haven't fixed the wiring. We decided we're gonna go for a test drive. He's gonna have to fire it up from out here.
I'm ready.
Ignition.
Ah!
It has oil pressure.
Oh, good. Let's go to Alaska. What do you say?
See. Let's do it.
I dare you.
Oh, it stopped. And the tires were up.
They hit the frame a little bit, I think. Let's ride.
Feels weird.
This rides exactly like I remember it riding.
Yeah, the steering is funky. Brake check. They do stop.
We've got them.
Kinda.
We have brakes. We have forward momentum.
Wow, it smells like a car that hasn't been running in a long time. The tach doesn't work anymore. Here, maybe if I turn this on. Now. Oop. Did you hear the starter?
I think you just fixed it, brother.
I think I did.
Oh!
I didn't expect that.
Dude, little scratch.
It bogged quite a bit.
This thing rides good. It rides exactly how I remember. You just float down the highway.
Let's see, steering.
Looking for adventure.
You know what? I think we hated the steering for like drifting, but it's functional for just driving.
Yeah.
Wow, it actually runs pretty good.
Not bad at all, dude. That is not bad. That was fairly spunky.
Wait. Oh, I stepped on the brakes and it tugged right. I think maybe the rust is just wearing off the rotors.
Yeah, we're good. Dude, I think she's legit.
Yeah.
Definitely legit. Oh, dude.
This thing's mint.
Yeah. I like this car a lot now.
You can feel the secondaries open. They need to drop a little sooner.
Raunchero's back, baby.
Raunchero is back.
Let's
The
go.
Raunchero.
Cue the music.
Yesterday, we road tested this premium bit of Roadkill history, and it's way better than expected.
I've fallen in love with it again.
Really?
Yeah, we drove right out of here and went to Alaska. I wouldn't say no.
Let's go.
Dare you.
I wish we could. Today, all we need to do is maybe look at the alignment. I think the toe might be hinky. You on top of the wiring?
I mean, I'm adjacent. I don't know if I'd say I'm on top of it. There's wires there, yes.
Yeah.
Probably more than we need. And we'll either continue to start it with this or struggle trying to figure out why it doesn't work.
Nah, I think we can just run a switch inside. We don't have a starter switch, so we should be hitting the road today after a little bit of tinkering. I'm happy with this. Okay. So I got just the very surface tension ring of the bubble on the inside. Let's check the other side. They're the same and good enough. We just checked camber, which is the tilt of the tires either like this or like this. Now we're gonna measure toe, which is the tilt of the tires in or out. You wanna have them about a 1/16 to an 1/8 inch closer at the front than they are at the back.
I'm gonna hook it right on the edge of that groove right there.
This is 59 and an 1/8.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
What? You're hooked in a different place.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I am. Wrong groove.
Okay. All right, we're good. That is 59 and a 1/16. The alignment is flawless. Or good enough for us.
It's tighter in the back and wider in the front, so they're towed out.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we need to fix that.
Disregard perfect. Yeah, you're right. It needs to come in a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, this is obviously an aftermarket tie rod end because the fasteners are metric, which is completely unacceptable. go. Now, we will determine if the wrong tool will rotate this. Now, it's just spinning the tie rod, and it's gonna have to go this way. Okay, I've adjusted the toe, probably not enough. You gotta roll the car back and forth in order to remeasure. And you really should roll it forward as your final step. So let's call that good enough. You're outside of the center tread. Yep. And I'm getting 59. Okay.
Outside of the center tread.
Yeah, 59 and 7/8. There's no way. I barely moved them.
Yeah, but you got pythons, bro. You're just spinning those things.
There's no way. My trick about measuring toe based on the tire tread didn't work in this case because it turns out the tire tread's nowhere near straight. So we've got a box here holding this piece of metal so that it doesn't move, and we're gonna measure from the inside of the metal to the inside of the metal. 67 and 7/16.
All right. All right.
Okay, once again, there's no way it's an inch. Something's wrong. You know what? This means we measured wrong the first time.
Yeah.
Because we measured on the tread. It's toed in, right?
Yes.
Yes.
By nearly an inch, I think.
Okay, so I need to toe it out, so I need to shorten the tie rod end. All right, I shortened up the tie rod ends, which kicked the front of the tires in. Now we got a 16th toe in, and I'm out of adjustment on one of the sleeves, so we're calling that good. See? No squeak now, because they're not fighting each other. Before hitting the road to Arizona, we decided to make use of our eastbound trip and the Raunchero's truck bed to transport an engine that Finnegan and I have been trading back and forth. So our plan is to go pick up the V6 that I traded you for a Hemi that I now am trading you back.
I think we're going full circle again.
Yeah. Let's pick up that garbage and take it to the engine builder.
Yep. This thing just purrs.
Here we are. The evil 405 freeway.
If I squint, this is basically how we went to Alaska.
We're at 200 degrees. How could it overheat? It's headed at 210. Maybe it's because we've only ever driven it in Alaska.
There's no shroud and a fan only covering half of it, the radiator.
And maybe sitting for 7 years, rusted inside the block and clogged the radiator?
Could be.
I smell hotness. Maybe that's you.
Usually is.
Seems to be getting cooler while moving.
That's me too.
I love this car now.
I'm with you.
Okay, car wash, yeah.
First bath in like 8 years.
I just wanted to spiff it up, especially the bed, because we're gonna be loading stuff in it. Wow, filthy.
Look at that spot-free rinse, you know? I've been here in so long.
I know. It hasn't gotten any better since the time you helped me clean it out.
Somewhere in here is an all-aluminum Busch Series Chevrolet Performance V6 that maybe one day I traded you for a Hemi.
Right. So we're gonna drag it out, load it in the Raunchero, drop it off at our engine builder shop, and then it will become Finnegan's once again. Only the block is here. We're gonna have to go someplace else to get the heads and cam and crank and rods and all that stuff. That's it right there.
Dude, it's so cute.
Don't trip. Man, this is light.
It's so tiny.
It really is.
I love it so much that I'm excited to put it back together.
But wait, there's more. I bought this on eBay.
Oh, I do not remember that. That's a
Brodix
Dominator.
23 degree for a Dominator.
Wow.
Yep.
This is really good.
Yeah, the box ram's over in storage, but that's what I was gonna use, because that's trick.
Dude, that's cool.
I know, I love it.
This V6 is from the original trade that Finnegan and I made when we were first putting together the Blasphemy 55 Chevy. I gave him a 535 cubic inch Hemi in exchange for a Chevy NASCAR Busch Series aluminum V6. He then blew up the Hemi a couple times, took it out, had it rebuilt, and surprised me with it in 700 horsepower trim for the Hemi Gremmy. I figured the least I could do is give him back the V6.
So let me know when you're ready with that.
Yeah, all right, I got this. It's so tiny.
I couldn't tell you why, but the rest of the junk is here.
It's like the president and the vice president. They don't fly together. So the engine block shouldn't be with the crankshaft.
That makes sense all of a sudden. There's the intake.
Yes.
Yes.
Also cute.
It is very cute.
This is very light.
It's all cute. Oh, wait till you see the valve cover. Look at this. How cute is that?
Yeah.
It's adorable.
It is.
You know, this 4.3 V6 that this engine is based on is a small block Chevy missing 2 of the center cylinders. So it's the same thing, only cuter.
That is a NASCAR crankshaft right there.
Pretty good?
Dude, it's great. Dude, these heads are awesome.
Those are Brodix 195s ported by Bryce. Look, it says Little Brody.
Little Brody. They're little baby guys.
It's so cute.
Oh, this is awesome. Sweet.
And that's it.
Thanks, Freiberger.
Yep.
Dude, it's like Christmas.
Load it up and get out of here.
All right.
I'll just load these gaskets while you're grabbing the heavy stuff.
Fair enough.
Where'd the block go?
All right, it fits right there.
Ready?
Ready.
With your booty of V6 parts?
It's gonna be a good day. And we're off. Let's go.
All right, finally here we go to Yuma to drop off the V6 in theory.
Yes. I feel confident in this car and our inability to get there.
I guess all you care about is making it to the engine shop. Anything after that is just stuff.
If we get to the engine shop, awesome. If we get anywhere else, awesome.
I want the stakeout.
Oh, I would love the stakeout.
Will they let me in shorts and sandals? I read up on the dinosaurs. What do you want to know?
Other than the fact that they were in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, yeah, that's all I know about them. Lay it on me.
Some guy who worked as a sculptor and painter at Knott's Berry Farm started building them, or one of them, out of used I-10 construction materials in 1964. That one was not completed until 1971. Ah, the Cabazon dinosaurs. The absolute pride of Cabazon, California.
That's great.
I like the Superman T-Rex.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not that into the pumpkin. The whole time we've had trouble with the starter only clicking. I've got to like touch the wires together a bunch of times to make it go, and now it doesn't even click. So we're gonna figure that out. I think if we arc it across the starter solenoid or relay, that it'll probably work. It's this wire. I think this wire just doesn't have enough oomph. You want to arc it across? How can that be nothing? There we go.
Okay.
Okay, I think the problem is this wire doesn't have what it takes to throw this doohickey.
This does.
Yeah.
So you hop in and I'll get us going.
Okay.
I gotta have some job here.
Ignition!
I see no problem here. Gotta go under the hood to turn the fan on anyway, so. All right.
That'll be fun when it dies on the freeway somewhere.
No, that's not gonna happen. This is a reliable automobile.
Here we are.
That seems familiar.
Salton City, The last time we were here on Roadkill was the muscle truck in sand.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yes! Yeah. We're here in 100-degree weather, stopping in the middle of nowhere to visit Salton City. So this place was founded like 1958, 1960. They wanted it to be a resort. They overlooked the fact that the San Andreas Fault is right underneath the lake. Anyway.
Hey, it's my turn to drive.
Oh, that's right. It's Finnegan's turn to drive.
It's your turn to get just a right arm sunburn.
So here's a fun fact to know and tell about Salton Sea.
All right.
In the early 60s, clear through 66 or 67-ish, they had a boat race that was the Salton Sea 500. They raced 500 miles. Guys were out there in like their Allison V12 flat bottoms and stuff, doing a big oval.
Man, that's where men were men.
How do you like the Raunchero so far?
Ah, dude, it's a great car.
Yuma, Yuma, you're my kind of town. Yuma, Yuma,
Sweet
Yuma.
home,
Yuma.
You my favorite.
That works pretty good.
I like that we're almost there and I can eat finally. They got garages, dude.
Yeah. Swimming pool, movie stars, black gold. Boom. We're at Bostic Racing Engines in Yuma, Arizona. Hey, man.
Hey, what's up?
We made it.
Yeah, long time no see.
James is responsible for a whole lot of engines that you've seen on Engine Masters and also Roadkill. Today, we're here to drop off this V6. He's gonna machine it all up. My guess is you'll probably see this completed V6 on a future episode of Roadkill. There you go, headers you don't need. Heads, rods, block, gaskets.
But Freiberger bought this.
This is my favorite.
Because every little motor
Yeah.
needs a Dominator on it, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Check out the block. How cool is that?
I haven't seen one of these things in probably 15 years.
I've never seen it either, and it's been in my garage for 10 years.
It's all new.
We did a lot of them, and then all of a sudden, they came out with that LS deal, and then it was just
These
like
were gone.
gone.
Before we leave, can I get a tour of the shop?
Sure. Yeah, why not? Okay, so yeah, usually everything comes back here, gets unloaded, cleaned up, run through the washer, we mag check all the iron, heads, blocks, stuff like that. Just inspect everything, see what's good, what's not. So what we'll do is we'll go, and here goes to the surfacer.
Oh, all right.
And what we do here, we use a deck true fixture and centers, or it goes off the main center line, but also you level off of the fixture.
So before you ever get to this point, have you already measured the stroke of the crank, the length of the rod, the pin height of the piston?
Yes.
And so you know, before it goes to the machine and you're setting the deck height of where it's gonna end up.
Yeah, so we'll do that, figure out what your deck height for zero should be, and then decide if we want zero deck, if we want them 5 out, if we want them 5 in, depending on application. And then we can come in, measure, and actually cut it within a thousandths of our target.
Okay. So this is the last stop in the assembly line of putting an engine together. This is the clean room, the engine assembly room. This is where you would be after all the measuring, all the machining's done. This is, you're gonna slam it together. Like that's a big block Chevy going together. Small block?
Yep.
LS. So these 3 things are all gonna get assembled by you and then dyno tested and then go into cars, trucks, boats, You do it all.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. How long would it take you to go through this whole process where it's back in the room ready to assemble? And what I'm asking you here is how quick can you get my motor done?
It'd probably be a couple days.
Okay. Everybody at home, Bostic Racing Engines, Yuma, Arizona. That's where you go to get your entire engine rebuilt in just 2 days. Good luck to you, sir. I appreciate it. I won't be calling. I'll just come back in 2 days.
I didn't say which 2 days,
I gotta
and
stay
they're not
deep.
in a row.
It
worked.
All right. Now what we gotta do is figure out what we want the engine to turn into and what we want to put it into.
Yep.
I wonder how fast it would push a lightweight C2 Corvette drag car.
Put a turbo on it, it'll do whatever you want it to do. Question is, will it live?
Yeah, like, will that block move around at 1,500 horsepower?
It's gonna shake hard.
There's that.
It's 272 cubic inches, not that different from a 4.6 liter Ford. Just like with a 2JZ or with a Honda 4-cylinder, displacement isn't the limitation.
Airflow.
Airflow and
RPM.
and surviving.
Yeah.
We made it to Tucson last night, our familiar home here in Arizona. And before we take off, I want to fix the starter because we're going to the middle of nowhere. Our goal is Sonoita, Arizona in the stakeout.
Yeah.
I feel that because of the heritage of sort of the Baja 1000 vibe of the car, we got to go on dirt.
I'm down.
So let's not strand ourselves with bad electricity. What's happening is every time we go to start the car, we're touching two wires together in order to activate this relay. I'm gonna try and fix that. I'm gonna take all of these wires off this connection, scrape them all with a rock or make them clean, and do the same here. Because what we've been doing to make it start when it won't happen inside is coming out here and arcing from here to here with this tool, and it works every time. Wow, that is a lot of connections right there. Okay, I got all these clean. Now Mike's fixing the trigger wire, which is probably the real problem here.
Let's try it. Ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Declare this car fixed. Let's go off-roading. Allow me to start our vehicle from inside the car.
Okay, I think it's gonna be right here.
This gets us to stake.
Yeah, we're looking for a small dirt road to get us to Sonoita and the stakeout.
I love it.
Want to get there on dirt as much as we can.
I want to earn the ribeye.
It's gonna be right. That's the road right there.
Oh, all right.
Here we go.
Well then. And how's your back feeling?
That's a big hole right there. Ugh. Do I need to review the basics of off-road driving for you?
It didn't look that bad. I was like, that's not that bad. Right the last second, I was like, I'm gonna step on the brakes.
Yeah, that was not good terrain reading. Ooh, donut shop. I'm gonna get video.
All right.
All right, this is gonna be Finnegan doing donuts in the Raunchero for the first time since we've seen it in snow. It'd be so much better if this thing wasn't a one-legger.
Oh, there's a tree there. I feel like I'm driving in the back seat. Uh-oh.
I may have to go start it for him. Remember the whole field repair this morning in the hotel parking lot? That didn't work. You might have a little bit of weeds in the tire bead.
It was really fun.
Battery's good.
Oh, good.
See if we can make this work.
We're back. Donuts for lunch, donuts for dinner, donuts for breakfast. Here we go.
All right, we're gonna get out of here before he breaks it. All right, let's get out of here.
jungle. I like where this is going. Jungle's rough, though.
Ooh, I don't know about
The
this.
jungle's very rough.
This is sketchy.
That is all mud, dude.
Give it a shot. You got this. Yeah, no problem.
Try to make it smooth.
There we go. And I see strip. Ooh, be careful of that big log. Ugh, I keep picturing that one right in the oil pan.
I feel like we have pretty decent ground clearance, you know?
Whoa. I like this car more and more, actually.
I really like driving this car. We made it.
I'm surprised how much I like this little 302. Maybe it's because we didn't build it.
Pretty much. I mean,
Yeah.
it works good.
I wonder what that is.
Twig?
Uh-oh. We have a problem. This tire has shifted all the way forward and making contact with the sheet metal. It's like the whole rear end in the car is, So we got to figure that out. All of the rubber is missing from the isolator on the driver's side. So my guess is that it's something going on that side. Let me look. The ants here are enormous. More troubleshooting here. We're trying to sort out that crooked rear end problem. I'm gonna have Mike drive by and get on the brakes. I wanna see if we can actually see that wheel moving. It looks like it's crab walking going down the road though. It looks funky.
Let's see. A little brake check in front of Mr. Freiberger here.
I didn't really see anything. Go on, I wanna see how bad it crabs.
Okay.
It's crabbing pretty bad. From the back, you can see that the body is like, you know, running sideways like a puppy dog. There's still a chance it's been this way since day one when we drove it all the way to Alaska. I just don't know. I think I might have just noticed because there's so much mud on the tire that it was rubbing that leading edge of the wheel opening.
No, that could be the steering.
Yeah, doesn't it look funky?
It pulls to the right really bad, but...
It looks funny.
All right, so it is crooked then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna try and drive back to town, get a jack and some jack stands and park it on some level ground and really troubleshoot it. It looks really, really funny. When you got on the brakes though, it didn't look like the rear end shifted at all.
I'm just gonna have to work a little harder for this steak. No big deal. This car hadn't moved in like 8 years, and look at what we've done. Look how far we've gotten. We've Uber parts to an engine builder. We've driven hundreds of miles.
Cruised 80 on the highway.
Yeah. And, you know, a little mishap in the dirt. I blame myself.
Alrighty, check this out. We drove all the way over here. We got the tools that we needed. We parked on some nice, smooth, flat concrete here. But then, through the power of the Motor Trend Plus app, I went and found the episode in season 2 when we drove this thing all the way to Alaska, and they had this shot right here that clearly reveals that that tire has always been off center in the wheel well. The reason I noticed it is it was rubbing mud off of it. I think what we need to worry about though is why this thing's now pulling hard to the right. Yeah?
I think we've knocked her out of alignment.
The thing is now, if you look at the car directly from the front, you can see that this tire is and also so it's junk. Remember when we were back in the shop and I was setting toe on the tires? Well, that's the problem that we've got here. This one's towed way out because this tie rod is bent. And I'm gonna climb underneath and loosen it up again and adjust that again. Okay, rotating this thing. You know what this means is the Raunchero has crabbed down the road ever since we've had it. We never noticed it.
There's no jack stands under the car, but there's a brand new set of Duralast jack stands sitting in that box right there.
All right, let's drop that and see if we like it. Okay, and we have a brand new Duralast jack. I think I got it. I nailed it by eyeball. I'm gonna have Finnegan drive this thing around the parking lot and tell me if it's good, and when it is, I'll lock it down and we'll be out of here. Ah, look at that arrival. That had flair.
It's much better.
Fixed.
Let's go. Should we go get steak?
I would like to. Whoa. like it. How's it drive now? Like no pull? Let go.
No pull. Look at you, sir.
Just the master technician.
You're an expert in your field.
You break it, I fix it.
We make a team.
Everything's going so well.
Don't jinx it. We're gonna make it.
This thing's back to cruising perfectly.
Yep.
How's it going?
Dude, it's like butter.
Wow.
A little bit of pull, but
That's a crown road, it's fine.
yeah, it sounds good, it looks good, it feels good. We're gonna make it.
In 1967, Hack Miller and Ray Brock actually won their class at Baja with one of these, and you broke it doing donuts. You're hard on equipment.
They didn't go to Alaska first.
That's it.
Just saying.
That's the key. All right, coming up next, the stakeout. We made it. I did not expect this place to be in a gas station parking lot.
I just know I'm happy to be here after 3 years and 8 years of this thing not moving, so.
What a completely stupid goal. All because we saw a sticker on the back of a car in a junkyard.
That's all I need.
Aged steak?
Yeah, and then revisit this again.
Yeah. Let's talk about it over dinner.
High five?
High five.
High five.
At first glance, this is an episode about setting a goal, no matter how thin, and using it as an excuse to go have an adventure with your buddy in an old car. We did, and finally made it to the stakeout, checking a minor victory off our list. But looking deeper, Finnegan and I really came to realize what the Raunchero means to us. This is the first car that we ever built together. We never made it to Alaska in the Raunchero in season 1, and that was our first big fail. Then, getting it all the way to Alaska in season 2 was our first really huge win. We let the car sit abandoned for so many years as we tackled other stuff. And simply reviving it for this episode brought back so many memories over the past 11 seasons. And now, we love the Raunchero more than ever. What a great way to kick off season 12 of the show that's really just about our lives. It's the show that we call Roadkill.
Oh, you slide so good, car.